Yo, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Now Frazier. And you already know, man, we got some things we need to talk about today. But before we get started, could you please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man? You already know. And also, please do not forget the jersey giveaway. I'm going live tomorrow around 6:30, 7 o'clock to give away the free Eagles jersey. Hopefully tomorrow is the day we can get rid of this. And I don't want to say get rid of it, but it's been a long process trying to get this jersey out. Like I said, it's free. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel if you want to be entered in the win. But tomorrow you must be in that live between 6:37. I'll give you more of a closer time, but I'm gonna probably be in there around 6:30 tomorrow. It's only gonna be a few minutes. I'll get you to comment something, get your information, and then pick the winner and go from there. So let's get into what we need to get into, man. Got some things we need to talk about. I know I didn't make a video yesterday about the the second day of mini camp. If I'm not mistaken, it was the second day. But yeah. So let's get into what we need to get into, man. Some things we need to talk about. There's been some press conferences as well. Some things that have been said that I thought were pretty key, and we're going to talk about it today. So let's get into it. I'm gonna just read off these notes. First and foremost, shout out to Let's Go Birds. I just got their camp notes because it's kind of hard to get all the tweets from the different reporters. So I'm going to just go down the list and just talk about what they have here. It's not too much, so let's start, man. So today was the final day of practices for mini camp. There was no James Bradberry again. He missed all 3 days, and they're saying that the reported injury is an abductor. Also, Albert O was out today. If I'm not mistaken, Trevor Keegan should be added to that list. I don't think he participated today either. They say he had a sleeve on his one of his legs. I think it was his left leg. So I think they're just gonna work him in slowly. So just be on the lookout for that. And Jeffrey Lurie was also there in attendance today. There was some video footage of him walking around the field, watching some of the drills and things like that. Also that with Jeffrey Lurie, that today he also announced that he's going to be selling a stake of the Eagles, not a controlling stake, but it's just a stake in the Eagles. So if we all get together collectively and put our money together, I think we can purchase that stake. So, but with that being said, man, let's move on. So, they talked about Isaiah Rodgers once again being on the first team. He was on the first team yesterday, been getting reps alongside of Slay with Bradberry being out, and I honestly think, if you're asking me, man, he's really going to make this team. He probably may start. He probably will start alongside of, I was going to say James Bradberry, but, Darius Slay. So be on the lookout for that. I know Quinyon Mitchell, he did get some first team reps as well. If you didn't watch the press conferences yesterday, AJ Brown said, they had asked him about both the young, rookie cornerbacks, and, asked them if, how have they been so far? And AJ just started laughing when they asked him about Quinyon, because he said Quinyon don't even talk, and the first thing he says to me was, that was a trash route that you just ran. And AJ was like, what? like, hey, yo, but it's good to see you, man, because the competitiveness is still there, even if you're quiet or people you don't have that demeanor. So it was just nice to hear about that as well. But let's move on, man. They're saying that the wide receiver spot 3 is Paris's. It's Paris's spot to lose, but we also have to talk about John Ross having a very strong camp. He's been making some great catches, and I know we said before that that he wouldn't have a chance to make this team, but with when things happen like Devontae Parker retiring, and him being a veteran, but not I mean, he has experience, but maybe not as much experience as some other people. But the speed that he has and the determination it seems like he has to get back out there on this field, and playing alongside some great talent, I think is motivating him to be better. And it's really showing. It's really showing. So I think he's also making a case, maybe not for wide receiver 3, but to at least get a position on his team. Like I said before, I would like to see him make this team. From what I heard from his press conference, him having him having to retire earlier than expected and things like that. It would be nice to see him, have some type of chance to play. So shout out to him, man. Congratulations to him, because like I said, man, it's probably a hard process, and he stayed motivated, and he's showing it. So, but let's move on with the rest of these notes that we have here. First team defense keeps beating the first team offense. And I've been hearing a lot of people, and this probably rolls into what Jalen Hurts there's been stuff just being said about Jalen Hurts, and I think we all had to remember is this is his third new coach in 3 years. So you got to think it's different systems that they're trying to implement. And he spoke to this today. He had a press conference, and him and Nick Sirianni did, and he spoke to this, trying to get some type of cohesion. He said because coming in learning different schemes and different things that coaches want you to look for, but then also having the answers when you're at the line, when to check where do you want his eyes and things like that. So I think it's going to be a little process, just like anything else. He also said that 95% of this offense has changed. So when I hear reporters, and I never really go off of reporters. If you remember when I started this last year, I said that, this is no disrespect to the reporters, but I know what I'm looking for, and I'm not there, so I can't give my full opinion if it's good or if it's bad. But I do know that, we're trying to learn something new, especially on offense. It's going to have its growing pains, and I think we're seeing that in the mini camps, and you're probably seeing it in training camps too. But but one thing I will say is I do remember, and I did speak about this before, Vic Fangio. When they had asked him, what he was doing here consulting, we all thought, well, at least I thought he was consulting the defense, but come to find out he was consulting the offense. So I think that, and if you're asking me, that's why you're here. I think Vic Fangio is really turning it up on Jalen Hurts because he's trying to expose him also with also getting the reps for the defense. I think he's also trying to expose Jalen Hurts in the offense to different types of schemes. They've been playing different, like they've been playing nickel defense, they've been playing dime. So it's been some different things that the defense has been throwing at the offense, and the defense has been showing up. They talked about these plays, these 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s, if I'm not mistaken, are scripted for the offense to be able to, win against the defense. But it seems to be that the defense is taking over. And it's good to see because, as we all know, our defense was was very subpar last year. And we didn't want to see that coming into this year. So I think, and Jalen spoke to this. He said that, Vic be taking shots at him. And he said he had to remind Vic what he did to him when he was coaching last year for the Dolphins. Because we might have had a landslide, but you seen what Jalen did to them Dolphins last year. So, shout out to Jalen, and I don't want to. I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but I do want to say this too. Now you know what? Let me stay on topic. I'll stay on topic. So let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. So, they said also that Tanner McKee had a good drive, going 2 for 3 with 2 touchdowns, which is good to see because y'all know I'm pulling for Tanner McKee. I really do like him as a backup quarterback for QB2. But they also said Kenny Pickett's been making some nice back shoulder throws and things like that. So AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley, they have been getting they've been working on moves. Josh Sweat also had a sack on Jalen Hurts today, which is good to see as well. Devin White had a sack on Jalen Hurts yesterday too. So it's good to see that, Vic is implementing different ways for the linebackers and edge rushers and things, anybody to get to the quarterback. So that's also good to see. I know they even spoke about trying to adapting the defense. I know when I first heard, Vic coming here, I was like, dang, is he going to, adapt his defense to the players that we have or that we're trying to acquire, or is he going to, do this, do it his way? So he's been making, it seems like he's been making, the necessary adjustments to the players that he does have, and it's paying off. So, but let's keep it moving, man. Kenny Pickett had a 30-yard touchdown pass to Johnny Wilson, which was that's great to hear. They also had footage of Johnny Wilson doing some drills, and he looked like he's getting cleaner with the drills as these practices go on. So hopefully that translates to his game and getting him out there on that field. They also talked about Kenny Pickett following that up with a touchdown pass to Joseph Nagata, which is also good to hear because I think Nagata gets lost in some translation. We talk about Nye Smith a lot on this channel, and Johnny Wilson and Ross, but we really don't talk about Ngata. So I hope to see Ngata, try to step into that role of just a death row for wide receiver, just in case his number gets called. Cooper DeJean though, let's keep it moving. But Cooper DeJean had punched the ball out of Jaquan Davis's hand for a nice PBU. They also talked about yesterday how Chauncey got on Coupe DeVille because Coupe had an opportunity to get an interception and he ended up, just dropping it. And CD, I was gonna say CD, but well, yeah, CD Deuce. But my thing is, Chauncey came over and was like, bro, you gotta make that catch because it's not often that you get these types of, you don't get these types of plays. You don't get interceptions every game. So when you do get the opportunity, you gotta take it. And that's also good because you want to hold that standard, man. Like, yeah, this is practice, but practice like this is a game because you don't know where this is going to go, where this is going to take you. Maybe a few weeks into the season, it'll be your time to, maybe it's your time and you got the opportunity to get an interception. You want to make sure you do what you need to do. Maybe you can run it back 6 points, whatever the case may be. But it's causing the turnover for your team to get the ball back. So you got to take it as serious as possible, regardless if it's practice or if it's in a game. So it's good to see that, man. And he said that the offense lost. I'm so sorry, my screen went dark. But offense lost today. So offensive coaches were running gassers, and then it was a short practice. So, I mean, we're hearing a lot about, and I want to talk about this too. We're hearing a lot about, like I said, a lot about this offense, and they were asking, like I said, him and Jalen and Nick Sirianni both spoke today at a press conference. But one thing I will say, and I don't know if anybody reported on this yet, is they had asked Nick Sirianni about the offense. I can't remember the question specifically, but he has said that he has pretty much given Kellen full control over the offense, which is great to hear because, and even Jalen spoke to this today, because there was too many hands in the cookie jar. You know what I mean? It's too many voices sitting there saying one thing, somebody else saying something different. So with Doug and Kellen Moore coming in, he said they felt like they came in with a plan, a plan ready to implement for the offense. And then, like I said before, that 95% of this terminology, offense, whatever you want to call it, has changed. So, like I said, you'll have the growing pains, but I do think, like with anything else, like it takes time. You know what I mean? This is why you got these practices. I think that's probably why they also, not just with the landslide at the end of last year, but learning, you're getting not a new defense, but you're getting a new defensive coach. That was pretty much the same defense, but this is Vic's way, and then you're getting Kellen Moore coming in here with his own offense, and it's his way. So you want to make sure you get those reps and those snaps, like Jalen said. So when it comes time to first game in Brazil and stuff like that, you're ready to go and you hopefully get the dub. But it's been a lot of good things I've been hearing, at least about the defense. I mean, you can't really deny that. Like I said, Isaiah Rodgers has been doing very well. And then with this situation with James Bradberry, who knows? We talked about him as well. Maybe getting traded, or who knows, man. It's been so many different things being said. You don't know what to believe anymore. So, but also before I got on here, and I also want to say this before I get off, they had said that I don't know if it was Josh Jacobs, right? So Josh Jacobs and Chris Long, Chris Long has the podcast. I guess that's really a real thing that they can't wear green because I guess the area that they're going to in Brazil, that's like they're like a gang thing or something like that. They said that the players might not be able to even leave the hotel. Maybe armored cars. I don't know if he was playing when he said the armored cars part, but it seems to be like a dangerous place. I'm hoping the NFL is taking all the precautions necessary because I know that they're trying to expand the game, but you also got to keep these players safe, man. I know you want to give fans all over the world that experience attending an NFL game, but if it's something where he's putting the players in some type of trouble or in some type of harm's way, you got to be careful with that. So yeah, man, I just thought that was crazy when I heard that. I mean, but I ain't even gonna say that, but you already know, man. So, but let me just also wrap this up by saying, please, if you want to, or if you have the time tomorrow, like I said, 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'll be doing the jersey giveaway. I'm going to be going live on my channel here, and all I need you to do is be in there around that time, comment a word, and then I'll get your name put in the little spinny wheel, and then we'll pick your name, get your info, and we'll send you that. So with that being said, man, I'm going to wrap this up for today. I really do appreciate y'all, watching, liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. But like I said, if you could, just make sure you just, share with a friend, whatever the case may be. So with that being said, man, it's Nine from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I really do appreciate y'all, and I'm holla, y'all. Y'all already know. Go Birds, baby.